What's up guys, it's Jake, and in this video, I'm gonna teach you how to build an affiliate product box using Kadence blocks. And the best part is that you can build this affiliate product box 100% with the free Kadence blocks plugin, which is the best Gutenberg extension plugin out there on the market. In fact, I use Kadence blocks on all of my websites so that they're super fast and it's extremely versatile because it allows you to add a number of additional blocks that makes it possible to build these types of designs. So without further ado, let's get right into it. Now, for those of you that want to follow along, I have a very detailed step-by-step written blog post tutorial on how to build this affiliate product box in Kadence blocks. And so if you want, I'll have the link in the description below and you can follow along with this blog post. Otherwise, I'll just show you directly through the video here. Now, here's the final affiliate product box that we're going to be building in Kadence blocks. You can see that it has a little call out here that says our pick. It has a product image that I have directly from Amazon if you're using Amazon Associates. Otherwise, you can put any product image in here that you would like. And then I also have the product title over here, a small description, and then a check price on Amazon button that they can click to then go and purchase. And so having an affiliate product box like this is so much better than just having a simple paragraph with a button. It draws your visitors' eyes to the box and it has a clear call to action button here so that it will increase conversions and it will allow you to get more affiliate commissions on your website. Now, one thing I want to call out really quick is if you do not want to go through the rest of this video and build the affiliate box yourself, you can actually import in this exact design 100% for free with one click on your website using our Start Blogging Blocks product. And so Start Blogging Blocks is a premium set of WordPress wireframe templates that we have built. And this product box that I'm going to be showing you how to build is just one of hundreds of pre-designed templates that we have. In fact, we have all sorts of collections for affiliates, so you can build affiliate blog posts faster. And we also have a collection for page building so that you can build all sorts of landing pages with hero sections and content sections and all sorts of things way faster than you would be able to when you're building this on your own. And so I'll have a link in the description below if you want to get your free license so that you can import in this box right away without having to go through and build this yourself. And once you do get your free license sent to you, all you'll have to do is have the free Kadence blocks plugin installed on your website. That's it. And you'll get this design library button in your blog posts and pages, and you'll click into here and you can actually go to the plus here and you'll really quickly enter in the connection URL and your free access key and you'll be instantly connected to our cloud. And then you'll get this brand new tab here for Start Blogging Blocks. And then you'll be able to see all of our templates in the cloud here. You can see we have hundreds of pre-designed templates in here that will help save you hours per year without you having to go through and build all of these yourself. And if you go to the left here, you'll see that there's a product boxes section. And here's our product box that I'm going to be showing you how to build. And all you have to do is just click it and it's going to instantly import into your blog post. It will be right there. It's all wireframed out. And so all you have to do is just swap your image, add your product title, add your product description, and then link your product and you are done. Now, if you don't want to use the free Start Blogging Blocks product to get this imported in on your website, that is completely fine. I'm going to show you how to build this product box from scratch using Kadence blocks. So let's get into it. So here I have a brand new blog post. I just created it and I'm just going to call this product review. And so this would be whatever your blog post is, and you could build this directly in your blog post, or you could even add it to a landing page if you want. But I think that these look a lot better in a blog post. And so I'm going to click down into my content here. And the very first thing we have to do is we have to create a top level row layout, which is going to be our container that is going to be the main box containing all of our info. So to quickly add a row layout in Kadence blocks, I'm going to do a slash and type row. And you can see there's a row layout here, which is the Kadence row layout block. So I'm going to click that. And for our top level container, I'm just going to do a single column for now. And then we're going to go inside and actually build some more. But our top level container is going to be a single column here. So I'm going to choose this right here. And you can see that that adds our row here. And so I'm going to click into here and I'm going to go over to the block settings here. And you can see that here are our row layout block settings. And so the very first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to limit how wide the content can be here. And so for my blog posts, I like to have a content area of right around 800 pixels. pixels. I think it is a sweet spot that looks really good on desktop when you have a sidebar. And then also even just on its own, 800 pixels is really nice. And so I'm going to come down into the structure settings here, and I'm actually going to specify a custom content max width. And so I'm going to come in here and I'm going to type 800 to limit this area to 800 pixels. And my editor is right around 800 pixels as is anyway. And so you can obviously change this to whatever width you would like for your blog post or your page. Now, one thing that is going to make this a lot easier to build is to have this list view open. And that's this icon right here. And when you open this up, and I'm going to expand out this row layout, this shows you all of the blocks and the hierarchy of the blocks to show you how this is being built. And so this makes it a lot easier to be able to dig down into various sections and things and access their settings so that we can build this block a lot easier. So the very first thing we're gonna do is style our containing section here. And so make sure that you click into the section here, and that is this box right here, which is going to hold our content. And the very first thing I'm gonna do is add a little padding to our section so that we have some breathing room for our content. And so I'm going to open up padding and margin. I'm actually going to choose this icon, so it's going to add padding on all four sides, and I'm going to type 20 pixels. And you can see that that gave it a little padding here. Now, you'll be able to see that easier once we add a border. And so the very next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go down into the border styles here, and I'm going to add a border. And so I'm once again going to choose this so that it adds a border on all four sides, and I'm going to do a 4 pixel border. And we're going to change the border color to be this color in our Kadence global color palette here. And so there you have it. You have a 4 pixel border, and you can see that we now have 20 pixels of space to give us a little padding for our content. And the last thing I'm going to do for this top level section here is I'm going to give it a box shadow. So I'm going to choose this here. I'm actually going to choose a color from our global color palette. So I'm going to choose this here. I'm going to do a Y value of 7 and a blur value of, let's do 20 here. And so that gives it a nice box shadow to give it a bit of depth and make it look like it's popping off the page. And so now that we have our top level container built, I'm going to build the structure for the inside content, which is going to be the our pick callout that you saw in the upper left there, and then also our product info. And so the very first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to choose this plus, and I'm going to add a Kadence section. So I'm going to type section here, and that's this block here. And so what that's going to do is just add an additional section right onto here. And then I'm also going to insert after this section. So I'm going to come in here and I'm going to choose insert after. And here I'm going to do another row layout so that we have 2 columns on the inside to hold our product image and our product info. And so I'm going to do a slash and do row layout again. And so I'm going to choose the row layout. And this time I want 2 columns because I want one for the image and one for the product info. So I'm going to choose 2 columns here. And so now you can see that we have the structure built for the inside info for our affiliate product box. And so this section right here, which you can see if I hover over the section in the list view, it highlights it. This section is going to be the our pick call out. And then this row layout here, if I expand this, and this first section is going to be our product image, and this second section is going to be our product info. So our product description, the title, and the button. And so let's build the our pick call out here. And so I'm going to hover over this section, which is this whole block right here. I'm going to choose this, and I'm going to click the plus button here, and I'm going to add an advanced text block here from Kadence. So I'm going to start typing advanced, and I'm going to choose the advanced text block. Now, by default, this starts as an H2 element, but I actually want to make this a span, and that's just going to be a little section of text that we're going to style. And so I'm just going to come in here and I'm going to choose span, and so that's going to make it a lot smaller. And I'm going to type in here our pick like this. And so now with our pick written out, I'm going to come over here and I'm going to change the background color to be the same color as we did our border. So I'm going to choose that, and then I'm going to change the color, which is the text color, to just be white. So that's looking good so far. And then I'm going to come up here and I'm going to choose center for the text alignment, which is going to put that right in the center here. The last things we're going to do is I'm just going to change the font size slightly, and I'm also going to change the font weight to make it a little more bold. And so for the font size here, I like using rems for font size. So I'm going to come in here and make this 1.25 rems. So that's going to bump it just slightly. And then I'm going to go down to the advanced typography settings here, and you can see that there's font weight. and I'm gonna come in here and I'm gonna make this bold. So that's gonna make that bold like that. And I guess we'll also change the text transform to be uppercase. So that's gonna take your text and it's gonna make it all uppercase, which I think makes it a little more bold and stand out. So now that we have our font a little bigger and we've made the text uppercase and made it a little more bold, I'm just gonna come into the spacing settings here and I'm gonna add a little bit of padding. So the top, I'm gonna do 5, and right, I'll do 10, bottom, I'll do 5, and left, I'll do 10. And so why I added that padding is because we now need to make this element be in line so that it's not taking up the entire width of our container. And so we're at the advanced text level right now. You can see in our list view, we're on the advanced text block. We need to come up one level to the section which is containing this whole thing. So I'm gonna choose the section here, and we're gonna go into flex align settings, and rather than have the inner block direction be vertical, we're actually going to change this to be horizontal. And so when you do that, it makes it in line, and it makes it so that the element itself is not taking up the entire width of our container. And so that's why we added our padding. We put 5 pixels on the top and bottom and 10 pixels on the left and right. And that gives a nice little cushion around the callout that we can now move up and put right on top of our box. I actually just went and added a few labels here to make this a little easier to see in the list view. So you can see that we have our top level container, which is this whole row layout here, which is the whole block. And then this section that we're on right now is the our pick callout. And then right here, we have our row layout, which is going to be our product info. And so now that we have the our pick callout in line, all we have to do is bump it up using negative margin to get it to sit on top of our box here. And so at the section level here, we're going to go into the padding and margin. And for the top margin here, we're going to put in negative 42 pixels. And so what that's going to do is it's going to slide our callout up, and it's going to place it on top of the box so that it looks like it's right in line with the border and the top level container, which looks awesome. And so let's just preview this quick and see what it looks like. In fact, I always encourage people to preview their designs while they're building in the WordPress block editor, because sometimes what you see in the editor is not actually what you're going to see on the front end. And so I highly encourage you to get in the habit of previewing your designs so that you can make sure that your designs are looking the way that you want them to. And you can see so far, this is looking fantastic. We have our top level container here. It has the border and the box shadow, and then we have the our pick callout. It's sitting perfectly on the top, and that's looking awesome so far. Now that our top level container is complete and we have the our pick callout in place and looking the way we want, it's now time to focus on the product info. And so that's this row layout here. And the very first section we're going to focus on is this left section, which is going to be our product image. Now, there are two ways to go about this product image here. If you have a code that you need to embed into your product affiliate box here, for example, if you use Amazon Associates, they give you a code to embed their images, which you have to use to be compliant. And if you do have that, then you'll want to come in here and you'll want to add a custom HTML block. And then here is where you would paste in your Amazon affiliate product code. And so what that would do is you would have your image there, and it will load up your image on the front end, and it'll look just like it did in our MacBook Pro example, which I showed you before. So once you have your Amazon image code and you were to put it in a custom HTML block, it will look like this on the front end, where it's actually bringing this in from Amazon so that it's compliant. Now, to make this a little easier, I'm not going to use a custom HTML block. I'm just going to actually add an image block itself. And so if you do have the product image, or maybe you're an affiliate for any company out there that allows you to use their product images, you can come in here and just add an image yourself. And so I'm going to come in here, click the plus, and I'm going to add an advanced image, which is the Kadence image block, which gives you a lot more options than just the regular Gutenberg image block. And so I'm going to choose advanced image here, and I'm just going to go and add an image. And so I've added the image I want here. It's bigger than I want it to be. So I'm going to come into the image file size here in the settings, and I'm going to bump this down to a medium size here. So that's looking good. And then, like I said, this advanced image block from Kadence gives you so many more options than just the regular image block within the WordPress block editor. And so I'm gonna come in here and I'm actually gonna go to the border settings, and I'm gonna add a little bit of a border radius. So I'm gonna choose this and I'm gonna give it a border radius of 5. And so that's just gonna round the edges and make it look a little smoother, which is nice. And I'm gonna come down in the caption settings, and I can actually just toggle off this caption, which always shows. And it's annoying that this shows, and especially if you don't need it. So I'm just gonna turn this off, and that's just gonna give us a little more space there. So now that we have our product image here, I'm gonna move on to the right-hand side here to this section, which is this section over here, and I'm gonna start adding our product info. So the very first thing I'm gonna do is add our product title. So I'm gonna come up here and I'm gonna type advanced, and I'm gonna add an advanced text block. And you can see that this starts as an H2, like I said, but for this one, I'm actually just gonna change it to an H3, and I'm just gonna type my product title here. So for this, I'm gonna do start blogging blocks, and I'm actually gonna come up here and I'm gonna make this just a little bit bigger. So I'm gonna change this to M's, and I'm gonna do 1.4 here. So that makes that a little bit bigger. So that's looking good. And then right after this, I'm just gonna enter down, and we can just add a paragraph block here. So I'm just gonna copy and paste my product description here quick. And so now that we have our product description pasted in here, I think that we could give this right-hand column a little more room. And so I'm actually gonna come up to the row layout here, which is what's containing our product info here. And I'm actually just gonna grab this and pull it over a little bit so that it's 40/60. And so that looks a lot better. Now we have a little less room for our image, which is good. And we have a little more room to hold our content itself. So that's looking great. And then the last thing we need to do is come in here, I'm gonna enter down, and I'm gonna do a slash and type advanced for an advanced button, which is the Kadence button from Kadence Blocks. And so for this button, you can see my cursor's right in there. I'm gonna type check price on Amazon, because I know a lot of people are gonna be using this for Amazon affiliate or other affiliate programs like that. But you can obviously have this say whatever you want. If you want it to say buy now or try for free, you can just type that in here. And then I'm gonna come over here to the block settings and open the button 1 settings. And I'm gonna come in here and start adding colors. So for the text color, I'm gonna do white. For the background color, I'm gonna choose gradient here. And so that's gonna allow me to have a gradient of 2 different colors. So for gradient color 1, I'm gonna choose my main primary accent color. And for gradient color 2, I'm gonna do my hover accent color, which is my second accent color. And then for the gradient angle, I'm gonna change this to 135. So that gives it a nice upper left to bottom right gradient. And the border color, I'm gonna do white, and I'm gonna add a box shadow here, and I'll make this 0 and 2 and a blur of 4. So that's looking really good so far. And then let's come up here and go to the hover settings now. And so when I hover over this, I want the colors to negate. So I want the background to become the text color and the text color to become the background. So for the hover text color, I now want this to be my primary accent color. For the background color, I'm just gonna choose white. And the hover border color, I'm gonna do my primary accent color again. And for hover box shadow, I want the button to be a little more prominent when the visitor hovers over it to make it pop a little more. So I'm gonna come in here, I'm gonna make the X value 0, the Y value 2, and the blur we're gonna push up to 10. And so now, when you hover over here, you can see the box shadow gets bigger, and you can also see that the background turns white, and you can see that the text turns the color of our primary accent color. So that's looking really good. And then the next thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna come up to the button width here, and I'm actually gonna choose full. And so what that's gonna do is it's going to expand that out to take up the remainder of that containing space. So that goes across our entire right column, which is great. And the last thing we're gonna do is we're gonna add an icon on this button. So let's scroll down here to the icon settings, and I'm just gonna choose this arrow right here. And so just like that, we have a check price on Amazon button. We hover over it and it looks like that, and it looks great. And then all you'd have to do is click on here. You have the box to paste your URL. Here's where you'd paste either your Amazon Associates link, or you could paste whatever your affiliate link is. And then you'll wanna come in here to the drop down, and you'll wanna open this in a new window. And then if this is an affiliate link, you will want to choose no follow and sponsored, because that tells search engines like Google that you don't want to follow that link and that it's a sponsored link, which is what you want for affiliate links. And so now that we have that, let's preview this on the front end and see how it looks. And so there you have it. Here is our final affiliate product box that we built with the free version of Kadence Blocks. It has the Our Pick Callout up here. We have our product image, we have our product title, a quick product description, and then a beautiful call to action button, which will entice the readers and get them to click more, which will give you a higher conversion rate. And one last thing I wanted to mention is if you do want to move this Our Pick call out here, you can actually just come up to the section itself, and you could come in here to the left padding here, and you could add 30 here, and that will push it out a little more, or however much you want. And so I like that. I think that looks good just hanging there. But you can obviously change that to go wherever you want on the top border there. You're probably wondering if this affiliate product box is mobile friendly, and the answer is absolutely. It will be mobile friendly because of the way that we built it. We use the best design principles so that all of these designs look amazing on all screen sizes, whether it's desktop, tablet, or mobile. And so I'm just going to look at this really quick on mobile in Chrome here. We're going to bring this down to be around 400 pixels here, which would be typical of a phone. And you can see that the Our Pick callout shows real nicely right at the top here. We have the image that sits at the top, and then the columns that we had before collapse down nicely. We have the product title here, the product description, and the product button, which looks great in that container there. And so that's all there is to it. We just built an entire affiliate product box in a shorter amount of time using the free Kadence Blocks plugin. And like I said, if you want this design and hundreds of other pre-designed templates that we have come up with to help you build blog posts and landing pages faster, make sure to check out Start Blogging Blocks. If you guys like this video, make sure to subscribe to the channel, click that thumbs up and ring that bell, and I'll see you guys in the next video.